Matthew,
Hi,
we
Darren.
are Harbour Bridge. This seems to be the place where we talk about top better tournaments because it's sort of halfway between your and my place. Since you're on the east, I'm on the northern beaches over there, and here is the Harbour Bridge.
That's right, it's not a bad location, is it?
It's all right, lovely. We're here to talk about Derby Day 100k tournament, but it's not Derby Day this week, it's Cox Plate Day and Cox Plate Eve. The reason we're talking about Derby Day 100k is because it is the biggest tournament of the year. It's the biggest tournament ever, where you can win the pool will be $100,000 and you can win a minimum of $60,000 on Derby Day, which is Saturday week.
And that's right, and we're here today to we're trying to save you $900.
$900, yeah, exactly right. So and how we can do that is we've got two tournaments this week.
Yep.
One is Manikato State Friday night, Moonee Valley. One is Cox Plate Day, Moonee Valley.
Yep.
$100 buy-ins. Paying down to whatever the normal rate.
Last Saturday was
paid down rate is. Yeah.
Last Saturday was 5 people went through.
Yep.
Off the Caulfield Cup Day. So 5 tickets for $1,100 worth of value went through to Derby Day. So they're straight in. You've got 2 more chances, and well,
so you'd probably think Friday night there'll be probably 3 people get through, and Saturday probably about 6. So there's probably about 9 or so tickets up for grabs. The more people who play, the more tickets there are available.
Yep.
And just to explain it, you play your tournament on Friday night or Saturday. It really doesn't matter if you run first, second or third, so it's a little bit of a different strategy to see where you run.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter if you win or not, it's the same prize.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that last week in person. We'll talk about that soon.
Lovely. And then you are in Saturday week's Derby Day, chance to win $60,000, which I'm sure would do everybody pretty well at this time of the year, with Christmas parties.
Sure will.
Extracurricular activities that come with Christmas parties.
The Glenster has to pay his electricity bill for the last 30 years.
Exactly right, yeah, and so does his mate. All right, now you had a very good friend of yours and a friend of the show, in Jez.
Yeah, I was,
Jez, who was, I think you were with, as he was qualifying for this tournament on Saturday.
Yeah, I was watching him do his best on Saturday on Caulfield Cup Day, and basically he was sitting second throughout with about 40,000, and it came down to the second last race, and he's like, all of a sudden, do I want to fall in? Yeah. Or do I want to go for the bank? Like most tournaments, people are all in basically.
Yeah, you got to have a real crack. Yeah, make sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jez did a good job actually. I think he turned his 10,000 into about 50, and he did just fall in. He had a little something on Le Passe, and. So anyway, he fell in. So just the top 5 is all you want to aim for, or the top 3 or 4.
And that's sort of the tactics that can win that. But it's also the tactics that can win you $60,000 plus. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. And the way the sign-ups are already going for the tournament, we're still a week and a half out, and there's $1,000 in, and there's going to be another 9 people in. So there's there's every chance there's going to be more than 60,000 up for grabs as well too, when you factor in rebuys as well too.
Exactly, and look, we all know Derby Day, one of the great punting days for any Aussie male in Australia.
Females too.
Yeah, they're all welcome.
Or she-males.
Yes, exactly. We've got a few fans of the she-males. Lots of number 1 saddle cloths early, maybe to build your bank, and then find a few roughies or something to blast out.
Exactly right. So it's technically great. Look, it's a chance to win a really good amount of money. We'll have some announcements next week about a few other ways that you can enter it too. But just get a few friends together if you can't afford the 1,000. If that's a little bit more than what you'd be normally betting $200 amounts or $100 amounts, just form a syndicate with your mates. And it's normally a day that you do get your mates around to your place to watch the races. So you can have old mate in the corner. He can be responsible for the tournament. Other mate can be responsible for the Sheilas. Other mate can be responsible for the beer, and other mate can be responsible for your normal betting. It's easy, isn't it? And other mate should be responsible for getting your Punter Show products, because you can't breathe without them.
That's right. You might want a couple of tickets anyway. So you might have 5 guys this weekend. Try and get a couple of entries through.
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
don't have to have 2 cracks at the big figure next week.
Absolutely. Friday night Friday night's probably not a bad one to play, because there won't be as many people in it on Friday night as naturally.
Yeah.
So maybe take a step back and try to get the lower hanging fruit.
Yes.
Than the day on Cox Plate Day, where you'll be playing against probably more people and maybe more seasoned people as well too.
Yeah, you'll be against some of the biggest punters in Australia, the best punters, and Look, it's not impossible. Obviously, old mate Matthew.
Yep.
I think his username was
Shuzwenko,
Shuzwenko or
yeah, I
something.
think something like
Just
that.
a normal bloke, was getting married and won the.
Won the tournament,
About
won the
20,000
last
last
Shredbreak
week.
Day tournament, wasn't it? Yeah. So
did, so-
yeah, I mean, so you don't have to be Kingsley or Fletch or whatever, or to be winning the tournaments because they got beat last time in the big one, and and it's there up for grabs, and this is the biggest one of all, and you might as well win your way in from a $100 ticket this weekend.
Yeah. Quick, have you had a chance to look at the Cox Plate field yet? Any tips for the guys looking at the Cox Plate? Will be pretty popular.
It will be.
Are we going to bypass that, you reckon?
No, I haven't had a chance. No, I know Friday morning. I don't know the international numbers yet, and it'll either be internationals or not internationals. So until I see their numbers,
It'd be very
don't know.
interesting. A
It
couple
is.
of nice horses.
Yeah, they are. I mean, like, you know, they're either going to be morals or not. Simple as that. So,
Yeah.
And I would imagine out of the two, the Highland Reel looks the obvious
Yeah, I
one.
think-
A-Rod being a mile is a bit of a worry.
Yeah, I think I'd imagine your stuff would. You guys found Adelaide, basically.
Yeah, well, look, we found the right horse last week. It's just that, unfortunately, we didn't
Yeah.
find the right race through.
No, well, you found Adelaide, and I think
Yeah.
this horse comes from the same race Adelaide was in, Highland
yeah,
Reel.
so I'd say if that's the case, and what Adelaide had to do to win last year's Cox Plate was, franked what we were saying.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah, for sure.
you know, they've always got to turn up, but Aidan O'Brien can train. So I would imagine we'll end up with Highland Reel, but that all needs to be worked out probably on Friday morning with myself and Mr. Riccardi.
Sounds good.
All right. Anyway, but jump on board with the tournaments. Topbetter.com will get you there, or .com.au also gets you there, whatever way you want to do it. And go to the tournaments and jump on board for either Friday night or Saturday night or any other tournament you like. But those two will get you through to the big one next week. Thank you,
Sounds
Matthew.
good. All right,
Good luck.
thank you.